Welcome to Mimika TV. I'm your host, Mimika Cooney. I'm honored to be with you on this journey towards empowering you to succeed in faith, leadership, and business. Hi everyone, it's Mimika Cooney. I know it's been a while since I've popped on here on Facebook Live, but there's been lots of things going on, and I'm sure a lot of you are in the same situation. So I wanted to share with you today, I had a dream recently that I really feel is relevant to the body of Christ and where we all are right now. Tell me if you felt this way, where the last couple of years, probably at least the last 3 years, have felt like a really hard struggle, like we've been hitting the headwinds. Lots of storms have come our way, even though God plants an idea in us years earlier. And we kind of feel like we want to pursue something, but then we keep getting distracted, right? I really have some encouragement for you. I really feel this dream that I had is relevant to you and those of us who are really have a purpose-driven, kingdom-minded attitude to what we want to do with our lives. So the dream goes like this. So I pretty much am driving in a car. I don't know who else is driving with me. And we're driving down this kind of what would have been like a country road with trees around it. But what I'm discovering is as I'm driving down the road, I'm realizing there's been a lot of broken down trees. There's a lot of foliage, kind of like after a hurricane, you know how there's a lot of debris everywhere. And a lot of the trees are blocking the way. Now, the curious thing about this dream wasn't just that, okay, we know there's debris, we got to move it out the way, which is the natural thing to do, right, after a storm is cleanup. What I find it was kind of bizarre, which really spoke to me, was that there were people camped where the trees had been laid down. So where you hear ordinarily you'd see people cleaning up, these people had made camp, kind of like got comfortable, set up their tent, were cooking, making food, were obviously looking cold and disheveled, like they were displaced almost from where they were meant to be going. But I really felt like this is kind of a word from what God's saying, is that I want to take you on this journey, but everyone is camped out and stopped, where the storm has knocked down things, where they've felt like it's been really hard and it's been exhausting to kind of pick up things and keep going. I really want to encourage you that I think, we really have been released. The storm is over, even though there is debris around us and we're still kind of making sense of whatever struggle we've been in. We don't have to stay there. And I really feel strongly that this is really an encouragement for you, that if you feel like you've gone through the storms, I want you to know that the storm is over, but God wants us to take action, which means we can't stay camped out wherever the pain of the past has been. So kind of look at this as a way of like, okay, it's time for cleanup mode. Yes, it'll take time. It's never an instant fix, and it's never like an overnight like cleanup. But if we all sort of band together and start working together, I think we can really start to clear the debris, because the idea this is meant to be a highway of hope and happiness, that we're meant to be able to flow. We're meant to be able to drive without obstacles. But the first thing we have to do is be willing to move, uproot ourselves from where we've got comfortable. And maybe like even in a painful situation, you might have resided yourself thinking, well, whether you've had a business failure in the past or a relationship failure, or maybe you had like a false start. Like I've had several of these where I felt God wanted me to do something, and I stepped out in faith and nothing happened, kind of like an aborting of a mission. So I just want to encourage you, and I know there's a lot of things going on. Hey, Kat, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you were able to hop on live. And I know there's a lot of things going on in the spirit, and I don't know if, I'm sure all of you who are really praying and seeking the Lord's will for your life have felt this like heaviness, like there's something going on, but I think it's good news. I think that what it is the storm is clearing. The clouds are parting, but the next thing for us to do is to, uproot ourselves from old habits, old routines, old campsites, and be willing to move past the cleanup and move towards the new thing. So here's an example. Like I really felt like even though I was on a path to going somewhere, God kind of shifted the assignment, because there's a difference between seasons and assignments, right? Assignments can change depending on where the need is. And I just felt strongly that, I want to be able to be where God is. I'm tired of trying to figure out things for myself. I really want to be on God's agenda. And a lot of things have changed, because a lot of people have, hey, Laurie, thanks for joining me. A lot of people maybe have got stuck in the past, or maybe even 6 months or 12 months or 4 years ago, God gave you a word, but now you might feel things have changed. It's okay if things change, because remember, God's dealing with humans, and humans have free will. And even though he might have put you on a path and he wanted you to go somewhere, that assignment can change, because other people who maybe were meant to be with you on that assignment have said no, and God can't force our free will, right? So I just want to encourage you today that you can continue, that it doesn't matter if the situation looks different, even if it kind of looks like messy right now and you don't really know how the pieces are going to fall into place. I really feel that, we are on the right path. We just need to be willing to be adjustable and let God shift us into the new gear and the new season. And He's going to give us a new vehicle. So for me, I really felt this is what God's been showing me over the last couple of months. And He said He's going to show me a sign. Now, this is true. This is so hilarious. I have been driving my car for 12 years and I'm comfortable with my car. There was, no particular reason to get a new one. But then I have one of my teenagers who's got a driver's license. So we kind of had to sort of do some hand-me-downs. And I was up to get a new car. Now, I don't have any particular desires for new cars. I'm pretty much happy with what I have. But I felt like, it was kind of God saying, no, you're willing to get, you can get a new car. You don't have to feel guilty about it. So anyways, we get a new car. And I really distinctly remember Him saying, I'm going to confirm to you what I've been sharing to your spirit in the natural, because I'm putting you on a new path. I'm giving you a new vehicle for this new destination. And there's going to be abundance and multiplication. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm kind of waiting. It's a brand new car. We were waiting for the title to come back. And you will not believe it. This is a true story. I could upload a picture. My number plate is with the numbers 5888. Now, a lot of you might be going like, what does that mean? For me, numbers have always been, God's always talked to me in signs, especially number plates. It's hilarious. And He's always showed me like in confirmation. And usually when you see things in triplicate, God's speaking to you, right? So the number 5 to me has always meant, fivefold ministry, how we step into our talents. 8, and even if you look in the Chinese culture, 8 is a really good number. It means abundance. It means blessings. It means new season. Because in 7 days, the number 7 is completion, but 8 is the new beginning. And the fact is my number plate is 5888. 888 means triple blessings, which means multiplication. And to me, I just kind of laugh. God kind of winks at me and He has these little ways of sort of amusing me. So it really was a confirmation in the natural of what He was speaking to me in the physical. So I really want to encourage you to look for those signs. God is speaking to you all the time. Don't expect some major writing on the wall, but if you kind of start to see the breadcrumbs and the little confirmations along the way, it really can keep you going. And especially for me, the sort of hilarity of it is that it's a new car in the physical for this new vehicle and this new destination He's taking me on, which is kind of like Him saying, you're on the right path, just keep going. So I hope that's been encouragement for you today, that, look for the little ways God is speaking to you in the little way. He loves to kind of leave treasure hunts and wants us to go on a scavenger hunt to find the pieces to put them together. And just to know the storm is over. We are winning the war. We are getting through that. We just need to be willing to uproot ourselves and not get comfortable in the old ways and the old storm and the old sort of carnage of the past. I really want you to have that encouragement. So thanks, Kat, for joining me. I'm glad you love that. That's an encouragement for everyone. And also, God is speaking in dreams. It's a big movement right now that God is trying to speak to us in ways that maybe is different. So just look for the different, kind of expect the unexpected. God is a God of surprises. He loves to please and surprise His children, just like us parents of children in the natural. We love to reward them with, surprises. So be encouraged this week and make sure, let us know if you've had any of these signs, or if God has been showing you in certain ways. We'd love to be able to stand in support of you. So I look forward to connecting with you guys in the future. Thanks, Laurie. Thanks, Kat, for joining me live, and have a great weekend. Bye. Are you ready to build a platform with a purpose? Come to mimikacooney.com and download your free checklist, How to Build Your Platform in 30 Days.